Hey, and welcome to your daily fix. So, today I'm going to share the secret of being perfect, perfectly human, that is. To be human is to be imperfect. So, to be perfectly human means there's no such thing as being perfect, right? We're here to learn, we're here to make mistakes, to get more clarity about what's important to us and why. We're here to experience joy and to get more clarity on what matters to us and what we want to create. So, if you've been beating yourself up for not being perfect, it's time to stop and instead celebrate it. There is no such thing as being perfect. My grandmother used to say there was one and they crucified him. But from what I've read, there were a lot of people who thought he was anything but perfect. So guess what? You are wildly imperfect and you're still worthy of love. You're really bad at some things and you're still lovable. To be clear, you're also really good at some things, and some things you probably take for granted you're so good at that a lot of people would love to be able to do. So that brings me to something that really screws with our ability to love and appreciate ourselves. It also gets in the way of truly loving and appreciating others. Comparison. Comparison, that evil word. We do a lot of comparing, even shopping, right? We do a lot of comparison shopping, but people aren't things. We often get really caught up in what other people think about us, but really, it's none of our business what other people think about us. There is no more important relationship than the one you have with yourself and your higher power or creator, source, whatever that looks like for you. Here's the thing. When we compare ourselves to others, typically we compare what we see, the outside of someone else on Instagram or online or face to face or whatever. But here's the kicker. We compare it to the inside of ourselves. So it's not even a fair comparison. As soon as you compare yourself to others, you give away your power. Don't do that to yourself. We're all imperfect and we're all going to let people down sometimes. So if people count on us to be 100% perfect, there's going to be a lot of disappointment flowing. And that often leads to shame. Well, heck, we can't love and feel shame at the same time. So it really messes with our sense of self and our capacity to feel love and joy. So, what do you do? How do you avoid perfectionism and comparing yourself to others? Well, it starts by just noticing when you're doing it and kindly stop yourself. Notice I said kindly. Please don't beat yourself up and berate yourself. Just notice if you're doing it and say to yourself, that doesn't serve me, so I'm going to stop. That doesn't create the kind of relationship I want to create with others, so I'm going to stop. So you might find at first that you need to remind yourself a lot, but that's okay. You have a good brain. Just use it to notice what you're thinking and redirect it. As far as I know, humans are the only species on the planet that can think that we can think. Okay, first of all, and that can think about what we're thinking and can think about how we're thinking and how often we're thinking about something. So we have this cool capacity to notice what we're thinking, how we're thinking, and change it. So why not use this incredible skill? So as you go through the day, see if you can steer clear of comparison. See if you can notice that judging, critical voice in your head, and then offer a better way of thinking. It takes some practice, but you know what? You're absolutely worth the moment it takes to notice the way you're thinking and correct those false beliefs and useless comparisons. We all have this judge in us. And the truth is, it judges us, it judges others, it judges situations. And it evolved, and it really did within us. We weren't born with it. It evolved to keep us safe when we were younger. And yet, most of us are so used to hearing that judge in our head that it feels real. It feels sensible and logical. But it's not. It was a coping mechanism when we were much younger. And so it's okay to notice it. Maybe call it a name. I call mine the judgy jackass. So just notice. It's okay to be judging things, but notice and then maybe shift, right? There's no one else on the planet who can be you. That's why comparison is not helpful at all. The most important job you have is to be you. I'm glad you're here. You make the world a better place just by being in it. So remember that. Okay, see if you can catch yourself if you're doing any comparison or judging today. And tune in next time when we're going to talk about love and mental health. Bye for now.